All right, class, we are back with another video. On this time, this is lesson 6.02 on Canvas, and we are going to be going through some more addition and subtraction problems. All right, so I'm glad to see you again. You can't see me, but I'm pretty sure you can see me, and I am happy and excited about that. So today's lesson is X marks the spot. There are a total of 5 slides that you would need to complete for this. This is like super easy work. You are going to be going on this adventure with Penelope, and she's going to be going through some pretty tricky math. She's also going to show you some other strategies that we learned previously with solving these problems. But you all are pretty much math pros at this time, so I don't really have to go into much detail about this particular lesson. Now, today I do want to go over some problems with you. I want to go over some things that we've already in our Go Math books. However, I don't want to leave you high and dry without actually going over a little bit with you. You know how much I spend time on going through these things with you. So this is pretty difficult for me. But I'm going to go ahead and use your Go Math book. I'm trying to actually pull up one of these worksheets for us to work through. I'm actually going to pull it from some of you may have done it already within your math lessons for homework, but I'm going to pull up the page here and we're going to run through a couple of these problems and see what we can do because we need the practice. So I'm looking at this page here. This is two-digit subtraction. Um, this is another one. You regroup if you need to. If you do not need to regroup, these are not problems that you need to be regrouping with. Do not waste your time trying to regroup something that obviously does not need to be regrouped. Remember, like I said before in our last lesson, if the numbers upstairs are bigger than the numbers on the floor, you do not have to regroup. Now, if those numbers upstairs are smaller than the numbers down on the floor, you need to regroup. And you must remember that if you make the one side a 10, on the 10 side, you must take something away. You can't think that you could just work that problem out and just work it the way it is. No, this is what you call cause and effects. Because you needed to take because you needed a 10 to make your number bigger upstairs, the effect is that you have to subtract from that other side. So okay, so let's take a look here. I'm actually going to jot down some of these problems so that we can kind of work through a couple of them together. And then I'm going to let you go. Now, this lesson actually has a quiz at the end. So you don't have to work anything out in your package. This is not one of those lessons. However, you should have received your Module 6 packet by now so that you can have that when the time comes. So let's see. We got 47 minus 28. We got 33 minus 18. We've got 28 minus 14. That's the problems that we're going to do. So if you want to work these out with me, you might want to pause this, get out your math notebooks, put today's date, which should be January 26th. This should be January 26th, and you want to make sure that you put the date down and write these 4 problems in. Now, let me go ahead and switch this over so you can see my whiteboard real quick. All right, cool. All right, so let's look at this first problem. 47 minus 28. At any point that you want to pause this and work this out by yourself, pause it, work it out, and then come back. Real simple. For my people that just want to go through this, I don't want to spend too much time on this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep going. 47 minus 28. All right, we're looking at the ones place. 7 minus 8. Can we do that? Are our numbers upstairs bigger than our numbers on the floor? No. So we've got to do what? We've got to regroup. So we already know that's going to add a 10. That 10 becomes what? 17. Are we just going to leave the problem like this? No, we've got to take from the other side, which means that this is going to make this a 3. 17 minus 18 equals what? All right. And 3 minus 2 equals what? 1. All right. Let's look at our next problem. Let's look at 28 minus 14. Remember, if you need to pause, now's the time to pause once you've written the problem down. And then you can see if you got it right. All right, so we got 8 minus 4. Can we do that? Yep, we sure can. 2 minus 1. Yep, we can do that too. That means that answer is 14. All right, so now let's look. 33 minus 18. 3 minus 8? No. We could do 8 minus 3, but are we flipping numbers? No, we are not flipping numbers. Do not flip those numbers around, people. You are not flipping numbers around. If that number upstairs is smaller, you need to do what? Make it a 10. That becomes 13. And now you need to make that a 2, so then that becomes 2. 2 minus 1 equals what? 1. 13 minus 8 equals what? All right. Now let's look at our last problem for subtraction. Remember, 61 minus 19. If you need to pause this, pause it right now before I go through. All right, so here we go. 16 minus 19. Oops, excuse me. I said that wrong. 16 minus 9. What's 16 minus 9? Come on, tell me. All right, 7. Thank you. Finally, 5. 5 minus 1 equals what? 4. So our answers are 47. Now this is subtraction. So my friends, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot get caught up worrying about this is just being subtraction. You've got to think outside of the box a little bit. And remember, we're not only working with subtraction, we are working with addition too. So it's just not, it just doesn't stop. So since we are working with addition as well, okay, 1 second. I pulled up the wrong paper. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to take a few of these problems. We're going to do these as well. This is going to give us a little more practice here. So with these problems, some of them you are going to have to what? Regroup. All of the problems, you're not going to have to regroup. I'm just going to let you know that now. I'm going to pick a few of them and we are going to run through them. Now, these problems here, by just glancing at the problems, these are problems that you're going to have to regroup. And we're going to run through some of them, and you're going to see why. All right. I'm going to do 3 of these because we spent a lot of time on doing addition as well. All right. So let me switch and go back to my whiteboard real quick. Let me change the color of my pen. All right, so now we're back. We got 58 plus 7, 17. All right, let's run through this a little quickly. Remember, if you are trying to work these problems out with me, you are going to do what? Pause the video, write your problem down, work it out. Once you worked it out, press play. All right, so here we go. 58 plus 17. All right, it's how much? 8 plus 7 is what? 15. Can we just put 15 here? No, my friends, we cannot. We got to carry that one from the 15 over to the 10 side. We got to drop that off. We dropping that off, that, we just letting them have that, okay? We're going to put the 1 over here. 1 plus 6, oh, excuse me. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 plus 1 equals 7. All right. If this is the answer that you got, good job. Good job. Let's move on to the next one. 44 plus 86. Pause and practice doing this problem. When you're finished, press play. Okay, so let's go. 4 plus 6 equals what? 10. All right, we need to carry that. We need to take that 10, that 1 from 10s over to our friends next door, the 10s. All right, so now we got 1 plus 4 equals 5. 5 plus 8 equals what? If you got to count your fingers, go ahead and count your fingers. Come on now. We got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. That gives us 130. Remember, I told you these numbers are going to get bigger. So now let's check this out. Our last problem, 36 plus 13. 6 plus 3 equals what? 9. 3 plus 1 equals what? 4. All right. So now we have completed these problems. Now, when you head over to do your Canvas lesson, I want you to, of course, pay attention. Let me get back to it. I want you to pay attention to this because, and let me go into the view like as if I was viewing it like you would. You're going to go to the quiz. Now, this quiz, of course, is going to tell you, okay, oh no, it's not going to show you. It's not going to show you. Let me go back out of into my view. I'm sorry about that, everybody. I'm going to preview it so you can see it. By the time you view this, the quiz will be open for you to do. There are going to be problems like this on there where you're going to have to determine if you need to regroup or not. There are a total of 10 problems for you to complete. Remember, there's a timer here on the side. Take your time. Nobody is rushing you through this. All you have to do is make sure that you actually get the assignment done. Now, I believe that everyone should get at least 100, 20 out of 20 on this. You guys know how to do this. Do it, get it done. All right, everybody. It is time for us to go. I will see you all later. If you need to watch this video again to get a better understanding, watch it again, do your Canvas lesson. Make sure you get your I ready time in, your reflex time in. This is what's going to help you get even better at your math, okay? And I will see you all next class. Bye.